on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th coming at you again today, you guys, and I hope you're out there having an absolute killer day. I know I am. It's Friday, and I'm ready to get rocking and rolling. But it was a funny thing this morning. I walked out of my house, and there was a nice, crisp, coolness to the air, you guys. We're in the last couple weeks of August, you guys. September is on our doorstep, and spooky season is going to begin. The Spirit in my town is not open yet, but, I'm waiting for it. I know some of you guys have Spirits open, and I'm pretty jealous of you guys, but hopefully that's going to open up soon, and we're going to be starting, spooky season right. Start buying Halloween stuff, start decorating, start watching the movies that maybe you don't watch all year round. I watch Halloween or horror movies all year round, so it's not really a big change, but I'm going to turn it to level 10. But with that, you guys, so it turns out I'm going to get to go to a horror convention around my birthday this year in October. It's going to be at the end of October. It's the Washington State Horror Con, and it's going to be over in Auburn. And so I'm going to pretty much be saving a lot of my money, so you probably won't see a lot of new stuff being bought, but there'll be stuff here and there. But this Horror Con, check it out, Washington State Horror Con in Auburn. We're going to be getting Michael from the Lost Boys. A lot of people from Hocus Pocus are going to be there. They've announced another vampire from the Lost Boys, as well as Laddie, the kid who played the little boy. We're getting the original Michael Myers, Nick Castle. This is going to be the first Michael Myers I've ever met. He's going to be there. Kane Hodder's going to be there, as well as Jackie Earle Haley. I know I'm not a huge fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, but honestly, I think Jackie Earle Haley did a good job, so I plan on meeting him. But if you guys want to know more about the guest list, definitely check out the website, Washington State Horror Con. I'm going. We've got our tickets. We've booked our hotels. It's going down. That's my birthday for this year. But horror conventions are very expensive, so, I'm not going to be able to spend a ton of money leading up to it. And I think I'm okay with that. So any other guests it's presented by Elvira, so Elvira is going to be there. But I'm really excited. I'm going to be getting the Lost Boys poster and have all the people from the Lost Boys sign it. I'm going to get a Halloween poster so Nick Castle can sign it, and the original Judith Myers is going to be there as well, even though she's in the movie for like 5 seconds. Still going to be cool, so I'm going to definitely be doing stuff like that. And then all the other ones, I'm definitely going to meet Kane again, meet Jackie Earle Haley for the first time. And then who knows, maybe I'll do something Hocus Pocus-wise, but I definitely wanted to let you guys know that's kind of why you won't see a lot of new buying stuff. I still have a lot of stuff to go over that I have not shown you yet, so have no fear. Videos of new and cool stuff are still going to be coming, you guys. But today, I definitely want to do something a little bit different. You guys, I mentioned last time my video is going to be a prop video. And it's kind of a prop, kind of a mask, kind of a movie review in a weird way. So, I can't do videos as much as I'd like to, so heck, let's just do amalgamation of a video. We're going to do a movie review, we're going to have a mask review, and we're also going to have a prop review. So sit back, sit tight, get comfortable, and let's rock and roll. So, the first question I really want to ask is, have you guys ever seen the movie from 2020 called Freaky? And that's the movie, this right here. It has Vince Vaughn in it and Catherine Newton. You'll know her from movie like Ant-Man and the Ant-Man Quantumania. She was in that movie. I don't know a lot of other things. I know she's been in a lot of other movies. Sorry, I'm holding it kind of weird because I'm trying to not do the glare. But with my new little ring light, that's what's kind of happening. So basically what this movie is all about is it's kind of like a Freaky Friday, switching places kind of movie. And let's just say this, Vince Vaughn is a killer in this movie. And this is a horror comedy, and me, Horror Junkies 509, is not really into horror comedies that much, but the very first kill in this movie had me at attention. So I saw that, and I just sat back and enjoyed the rest of this movie. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of horror comedies, but this one is actually well worth it. I absolutely love this movie. I give this, honestly, a 4 stars out of 5. I like it that much. The kills are great. I think the story is great. It's got a lot of different stuff kind of in the story, but they don't have it at an annoying level. So I think that's kind of a good thing. And the gore is severe. It's like there's actually good gore in this. There's great kills. I really do like these two actors. Like, basically, you get to see Vince Vaughn switch places with this girl, obviously. And then seeing Vince Vaughn act like almost like a high school girl, it is hilarious. Vince Vaughn plays his that part perfectly, but he also plays the killer very well. And, you know, this is not the first time Vince Vaughn has ever played a killer. Like, you know, you see him in the remake of Psycho, which I'm not a huge fan of, but Angelina likes it, but she's a real big fan of Vince Vaughn, period. So, honestly, like I said, they swap bodies, and, you know, the killing still happens. You get to see how this whole thing takes place, and, like, you know, them trying to figure things out. But, you know, I can't recommend it enough. If you guys have any other questions about this one, honestly, I love this movie. The plot, basically, like I said, is just like a Freaky Friday. They swap bodies, and the killing ensues still, no matter what. But, you know, there's a lot more to it. I don't want to spoil it too much, but, you know, the characters are great. I feel like the acting was well done. I feel like the story was good, and it kept my attention pretty well as far as a horror comedy goes. But if you have not checked it out, I highly recommend it. This is 2022's Freaky, starring Vince Vaughn. And as far as saying anything else about it, yeah, I don't know. 4 out of 5 for me. I really love it. Angelina loves this movie. And no, I don't want to give too much away about it, but it's a gore fest. Let's just say that. So kind of going along with this movie, you guys, like I said, it's kind of a movie review. I have not reviewed a movie in forever, so that was a little bit not planned, but, you know, just right off the cuff, I could go ahead and do that, because I really want to talk about this movie a little bit. But I do have some of the products that are from that movie, and if you guys ever watch it, you guys will see it. So Vince Vaughn, at the very beginning, he's stalking these kids at, like, a really rich person's house, and he has a lot of collectibles, you know, for, like, tiki masks and from different cultures and different stuff like that. And so Vince Vaughn kind of gets his mask from this house at the beginning, and so it's just hanging on the wall of kind of a collection of different masks, and this one is hanging on the wall, and Vince Vaughn absolutely ends up grabbing it. And just so you know, Vince Vaughn is the Blissfield Butcher in this movie. That's his little killer name, is the Blissfield Butcher. And so this is the mask he ends up grabbing from the house. It is kind of like a weathered, I don't know, almost like leather mask in the movie, but it's hard plastic here. But you can see it has some blood stains on it. This is from where Vince Vaughn's actually wearing it. But honestly, if you actually check out this movie, this thing is actually a pretty good representation of what the mask looks like. I'll get into it a little bit later in this review, but it's not 100% screen accurate, but we'll get into it. But as you can see, we got the Freaky, the film tag here. This is a Trick or Treat Studios product, so this was one of those things that was the last chance. You know, they made these products, and then they're like, all right, we're getting rid of this license, and so that's why I went ahead and got these. On the back, this was developed by Tony Gardner and Alterian Inc., and so it's by Universal Studios, so that's where the movie is based off of, and the Blissfield Butcher mask. And so let's go ahead and take this off the tag, and we'll get right into this review. But literally, like, just because it's a horror comedy, don't sleep on this film, you guys. I hope you guys will actually watch it, and if you have watched it, let me know what you think, because just because I like it as much as I did, I know it's not going to be for everybody. But I always like to know, you know, what you guys think about it, especially because I'm talking about this film. I definitely want to know what you guys think about it. Alright, make sure I get all this stuff off of him. Alright, you guys, so now we got that off, and so we got the mask nice and free. It kind of is resemblant of a hockey mask, but this is just way bigger. Different condition, but condition. You know, I think after a long week, I think I should just accept it. But it is kind of like, I don't know, some sort of African mask or something like that. I don't know what else to, it's kind of tribal or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of got, like, you know, some cracks in it. It does have a rough feel to it, so that really is kind of cool, because it really tries to be, I mean, I'm assuming this is probably made out of leather in the movie or something of that nature. But, you know, I think it really kind of gives a cool effect. This is not like a serious, take me serious sort of killer mask in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. But, you know, I thought, you know, for how much it costed, I don't remember exactly the price, but I feel like it was well worth the price. Let's see this. Sometimes the prices are on here, but not very often. I don't think I spent more than 20 bucks on this thing. Just kind of like the new Halloween clown mask for the Rob Zombie masks. But coming back here, this is where it actually gets on-screen accurate. So in the movie, he has the triple straps, and it's like more like a leather straps, kind of like a hockey mask. So this is not quite screen accurate in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, for what it is, I think it still kind of works just as it should. So let's go ahead and give this a try on. I haven't tried this before, so let's go ahead and give it a go. This is obviously probably going to fit all the big heads out there, so that's kind of what it looks like. I think with it on, I even look more goofy. Like, my mouth is like right here, and then the mouth is right here under my chin. So, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I'm trying here, right? All right, you guys. So that's what the mask looks like on. And like I said, just kind of getting into that detail. I think they really captured the look of the mask really well, and then added this the blood effect on there. I mean, it kind of comes across as more orangey on this, but I think I still enjoy the fact they, you know, they tried. And so, what will I go ahead and rate this mask out of 10? I'm going to go ahead and rate it a solid... let's go ahead and rate it a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, biggest thing is the strap is not accurate in any way, shape, or form. But I still think it's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of a goofy mask, but I wanted to represent the movie because I really do enjoy it. And, you know, the love I have for this movie kind of put me by having this. So that's kind of the reason behind it. But I kind of saved the big deal for the last, you know. Because the biggest kind of prop that I want to talk about, this is the freaky film. This is the Ladola knife, and this is a very important key prop to the film, and the reason why that the two characters switch bodies. And so if you ever watch it, you'll kind of definitely see this and how important it actually is. And so this is also another prop that is done by Trick or Treat Studios. As you can see, it does say the Ladola Dagger replica. And let's go ahead and take a look at it. So that's it in the packaging. So it kind of is a little tribal knife. It's kind of got like a skull-looking thing at the top. And it's got some pretty good weight to it. So I'm really happy about that. Because, like, you know, our Halloween knives, they're really, like, skinny and flimsy. So without any weight to it, this has some real serious weight to it. So if this is something you want, definitely check it out. And then, so this does kind of have a little thing on the back that I want to go ahead and read from the film. So this is all about the Blissfield Butcher a little bit. So... he moves through this town unseen, like a ghost, and he kills at will. Every year, the Blissfield Butcher started his reign of terror in 1977, and it continues to this day. And so on the back, you can see Vince Vaughn wearing the mask, and I think he's right there holding the dagger with the mask on right there, but that's what Vince Vaughn looks like in the mask. I think he looks better than I do. So this mask this knife was also developed by Tony Gardner and the Alterian Inc. and the Ladola dagger. Safety warnings, you know, because that's kind of my thing. Remove all fasteners and tags. These are part of the packaging and should be discarded. Just so you guys know, safety warnings. But let's go ahead and dig right in and take a good look at this thing. Yeah, you guys, like I said, and this is something I've been holding for quite a while, and I think it was time for me to, you know, talk about this movie because I don't hear a lot about it, and I feel like it should get a little bit more respect. And, like, honestly, I'm right there with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of horror comedies, but this one just kind of did it for me. And then the fact that Angelina really enjoyed it as well, so I really kind of, it spoke volumes to me. And so here it is, out of the box, and let's go ahead and set it free. You know, Trick or Treat Studios is really crushing their props lately. I really cannot, I mean, after their chainsaw, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're really stepping up. And the other dagger that I need from them is, you know, the Kandarian dagger from Evil Dead. Still waiting to get that. I still want it. But this, in the meantime, is really cool. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and take a really good look at this thing. So we kind of have a skull at the top, one eye missing. That's movie accurate, actually. So, and then we kind of get some teeth going around the top. And it almost looks like it's a two-faced idol or something like that. It's almost like a tiki idol going into the handle, and so it's probably made out of bone. And then there's the blade right there. You know, nothing serious, but that's a pretty good size for a little Ladola dagger shank, whatever you want to call it. It looks like it's got some gold on the top, and it almost looks like it's got some writing on the blade. So I can't really make it out. Not sure if you guys will be able to see that very well, but let me go ahead and take a good look at it. I mean, I'm not super great with cursive, but yeah, hey, I'm trying. Yeah, I'm not sure, but as you can see, it's also got, you know, the molded in strap or string that they use to tie this all together. But I don't know. I thought it was really kind of a cool little prop collection for this little special movie. It's like, you know, it's kind of funny that Trick or Treat Studios made this, and like at about the same time, that's when I first watched it. So another look at the Lodola Dagger and the mask, and let's go ahead and see them in action together. Lodola. You know, I have to attempt, right? Alright guys, so like I said, out of the mask, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 just for, you know, for what it is. And then the Lodola Dagger, I think this thing's actually phenomenal. I actually love the weight to it. I love all the detail they put into it with, you know, the writing on the blade and the color change. And I think this whole thing is sculpted to perfection. I want to go ahead and give this a solid 9 out of 10. If you guys are really into Freaky, I don't know, pick up these items. You know, you still might be able to get them for really good prices. But, you know, the longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be. And then don't forget to, if you have seen Freaky from 2002, let me know what you think about it. And if you do end up going and watching it after this video, come back and let me know what you think of it. So that's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13 signing out just until next time. You guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys, have a killer day, enjoy it, and I'm just waiting for my horror convention to happen so I can come back and show you all the cool stuff that happened. I'm excited. Stay bloody, my friends.